All right, my PSA order is back. This is video 2. I split the 41 cards into 2 videos, so if you haven't seen the other video, make sure to watch that one. So I submitted these using the PSA National Card Show special. I paid $18 US per card. Turnaround time was about 10 weeks, and I'm pretty happy with the grades. And also, feel free to ask questions or leave a comment, and I always answer. But let's get to looking at the cards. All right, starting things off, got a 2015 Panarin Young Guns. This I marked down as a 9. I thought there was a few edging issues. When you look under the lamp, it's just not quite perfect. So not surprised this came back as a 9. This is just one in the collection that I thought, if I get this slabbed, I might be able to sell this a little bit easier. So if you're interested in buying one of these, it'll be available on my eBay store. And then we got a Huberdeau Young Guns. This one came back an 8, not surprised. It had a corner issue. I think you can see it right there. I bought this raw. I did not expect this one to get a very, very high grade. I had this one like as an 8, 7, or maybe even like a 6. But I also had another one that was cleaner. Bought this one raw as well too. I thought this was cleaner. Thought this one had a chance at a 9, like maybe 10 if I'm lucky. But I think that there's like some just regular wear and stuff like that, and then add in shipping through the mail and stuff. And so I think I'm happy with a 9. And so maybe there's a little bit more popularity now that he's in Calgary. I don't know. We'll see about that. Up until this last season, there was just not a lot of value in these Huberdeaus. I picked up a couple on ComC when they were selling for like $15 or $12, and just kind of flipped them for somewhere in 2025. But I always thought, a few years ago that he was definitely underpriced, and obviously with the last season, 115 points, his value is finally being recognized. And then we've got a Panini National Treasures Rookie Riches autograph. This one's numbered 45 of 99. I picked this one up raw, and yeah, it's got a few corner issues, and so not surprised that this came back as an 8. It's also a thicker card, and I know that thicker cards tend to grade, especially with PSA, not very well. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Here's another one from 2015. I actually had this one down as, I thought this was a 10. I thought this was really clean. So I was kind of surprised this came back as a 9. I think it just goes to show that, grading is subjective. So you never really know. But I thought this one was a nice version. And so we'll see how he does in LA. If he can continue sniping goals. And so obviously as a 9, not a ton of value. I think the value only comes really if it grades a 10. But if he has a good season in LA and puts up some goals, then maybe I'll be able to sell it to an LA Kings fan. So we'll see about that. And here's one from 2017. It's Alex Tuch Young Guns. I thought this one, I had this one down as a 9, and it came back as a 9. I feel like there's maybe a chance he has like a big breakout season, and so I'm just kind of banking on him, right? Kind of putting it all together, right? Big body, lots of speed, seems to be able to put the puck in the net. Playing with Buffalo, they are definitely on the rise, and this is a little bit more of a gamble. Don't know if there will be any value in a 9 if he doesn't really break out, but we'll see about that. And this one I thought was a 10. I thought this one was really clean, and so happy to have this one come back as a 10. Brock Boeser. If you're a Canucks fan, you're hoping he has a big season, and I think just hoping everything just goes well for him. He's just a guy that you can cheer for, and definitely he's thinking about having a good season this year, and so I think we're all just hoping he does. And this one, Troy Terry, it's just been sitting in my top loader collection, and when I was looking through it, it was just, oh, hey, nice to find this guy. Somebody who's breaking out, having had a pretty good season last year. And so when I looked at this one, it looked really clean. And so, yeah, happy this one came back a 10. And this one's definitely going into the store. And so, planning to sell this one. So another 2018 Young Guns. This is a Jordan Kyrou. Pretty happy about this. I looked at this. I thought this one looked clean as well. And yeah, so happy this one came back a 10. He just signed his big contract. So obviously the Blues are expecting big things from him, but he's really come into his own. And so the values of these things are actually pretty decent. So if you're interested in a Kyrou, this one is definitely for sale. And so we got a 2020 Connor McMichael Young Guns. This came back a 9. I was looking through my notes. I don't actually even have it down what I thought this was for grading, but I feel like I must have thought this was a clean 10. Otherwise, yeah, there's not much value at this stage sending this one in. So still a young guy, so there's time for to wait to see what happens with this card. And so pretty happy this one came back at 10s, Josh Norris Young Guns. I looked at this under the lamp pretty closely, and this one looked really, really nice. Everything, surface and edges and corners and everything looked quite clean. So I had this one down as a 10, and yeah, happy this one came back as a 10. In this 2016 Thatcher Demko, I actually had down as a 9. So a little surprised this one came back as a 10. I thought there were some surface issues on here, and actually I didn't even send this in my first shipment. I thought this was going to be a 9, so I just left this one, and this shipment I thought, oh, I'm going to go for 9s and 10s, and I do think I tend to grade a little bit harsh, because like I thought this was a 9. This one I had as a 9. I thought there were some issues around the top area. Yeah, there's a little bit of a corner issue. So this one I definitely thought would get a 9, hoping for a 9, not an 8, and so I'm happy with a 9. And so we'll see. Maybe there's an Islanders fan that wants a PSA 9 Sorokin. We've got a Jake Andre Young Guns. I had this one down as a 9, so not surprised that this came back as a 9. There's an issue. I thought the bottom edge and the corner looked just a little bit soft. Yeah, so not surprised that this came back as a 9, but I had another one, and happy this one came back as a 10. So obviously huge playoff for him. We'll see if he is he the real deal. It's hard to tell with goalies. They can have a really hot playoff or a hot year. Look at Carter Hart and Matt Murray and guys like that. So is he going to be the savior for Dallas for the next 10 years? I don't know. He looked pretty darn good against Calgary, but we'll see about that. But if you're interested in a Jake Oettinger Young Guns, 9 or a 10, both will be for sale. All right, moving on to McDavid cards. I sent these 2 OPC marquee rookies in. I thought one of these, at least on my notes, I thought one of these could be a 10. I don't know which one it is. They look pretty similar. Hard to tell with the centering and stuff like that, but they look quite similar. Was hoping one would come back a 10, but I'm happy with the 9s. Anything from 2015 that's just been sitting in a top loader that comes back a 9 or better, I'm pretty happy with. And then we got McDavid, Tim Hortons Clear Cut Phenoms. I thought this had a chance at a 10, but with clear cut cards, it's so hard to tell. Yeah, they're just so easily scratched. So it's really hard to, I think, expect to get 10s from any clear-cut card. But I'm definitely happy about the 10 on this one. So pretty happy. This came back a 10. This is from 2015. It's McDavid UD Portraits. This is one of the inserts from Series 2. I had this sitting in a just top loader, and then when I looked at the prices of PSA 10s, I took a look at this under the lamp, and I thought this one looked pretty clean. But I thought the centering was quite nice, and the corners and edges and surface looked clean. Yeah, so just decided to roll the dice and hope for the best, and yeah, nice, happy with the 10. All right, and finishing things off, I was stoked to see this. This is McDavid OPC Rainbow Foil Marquee Rookie. Another one from his rookie season. This one coming back at 10 makes a big difference. I think 10s as of right now are selling for around like $700, which I think is pretty crazy. I had this down as a 9. I thought the centering could be a little bit better, but and then maybe there's a few things with the corners that are, not perfect. But I thought the surface looked really nice on both front and the back. So just super stoked to see this come back as a 10. I pulled this back in the day. I was buying retail boxes and hobby boxes. I don't even remember if this was out of Series 1 or Series 2, but it's been sitting in a top loader since I pulled it, and and I thought, hey, this is actually pretty clean, and the prices of McDavid cards are just like skyrocketing. So I thought now is the time to try and sell one of these things. Because if I sell this, that just helps pay for the grading fees just with one card. If I sell a couple cards plus this one, that should just cover the grading fees. So if you are interested in this one, this is definitely available for sale, or will be. So if you like that video, don't forget to check out my other video. I sent in some Young Guns, Canvas Zegras, Caulfield Young Guns. What do they get? 9? 10? Don't forget to check out that video. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.